All right, guys. Hey, how you doing? It's Natiluv Tarot. So first things first, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, my information is in the description box below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please tell a friend to tell a friend. Next, disclaimer. This is strictly for entertainment purposes. I am not a medical professional. I am no type of professional. I am strictly an energy intuitive reader. If you need any type of professional help, please seek that professional counsel or help that you need. Okay, so I was asked, this was requested once again. So a lot of my readings are requested to do I guess like an energy read on Harry Styles. I know, I don't know who that is. I just want you guys to know, I a lot of times people will ask me to do readings on like celebrities and people, and a lot of the times I don't know who the people are. I listen to a specific genre of music. I only know certain actors and actresses and things of that nature. So please, yes, for the most part, I am a hermit. I live in my own little bubble, so don't judge me. Okay? Okay. And another thing too, please be nice in the comments below. So I already pre-shuffled. So let's start. Spirit, what energy is coming out for Harry Styles? Harry Styles. What energy is coming out for Harry Styles? Oh, Harry, I don't like that. Okay. What energy is coming out for Harry Styles? Okay. Okay. Harry Styles. Okay. Wow. He's heartbroken. He's depressed. I pick up a little bit of manic depression for some reason. A lot of confliction, a lot of anxiety, not getting enough rest. A lot of his issues focus on the certainty of his career. Sometimes he feels like things don't move the way it should, and he wants it to move faster. He has a lot of past regrets with certain things that he's done in his career or certain things he had to do for his career. So it doesn't make him 100% happy. Also, there's something here about partnerships. I don't know if because this is giving the energy of somebody who, when they get into partnerships with people, it always tends to fall apart. It's almost like it gives self-sabotage. Like, he gets into a relationship, it'll be okay at the beginning, and then things start to get rocky, or the person might do something that he might find a bit fishy, and then he starts to self-sabotage. It's like he keeps himself from really getting the true love that his heart desires. And it's funny because the Wheel of Fortune here is at the bottom of the deck, but what I pick up from the Wheel of Fortune is that he has or had a lucrative career, but there's just something about self-sabotage which pushes him to not make the right decisions, which then messes up situations and scenarios for him from time to time. That's really deep. I don't know, I keep hearing manic depression. Like, he gets so depressed and so sad, and so, like, it's so deep, but then at the same time he gets angry about it. So I don't know, like, if, like, whoever's in his camp, they need to get him into like therapy, or people need to check in on him more. I heard drugs. And I'm going to say allegedly because I don't want to be sued by anybody, because you know how that goes. But I hear drugs. I hear alcohol. I hear sex to pain away. Seems like he's codependent on things too. So when his depression kicks in, he tends to become codependent on stuff. Yeah. I don't pick up a every single day user. I pick up on when things get so deep and so dark for me, and I get into that hidden place. I have to just revert to toxic behaviors to kind of help cope. And there are behaviors that he's not 100% proud of, but it gives me like shadow behaviors. Like, he does it behind the scenes. Like, you have your select few that knows what he's into, and they do their best to kind of keep it on the hush. But then you have like the other groups of people around him, loved ones, and those that are really close to him that don't 100% know how bad his manic depression is and how deep it goes in the things that he's doing. Oh, I don't like that energy already. I don't like it. Spirit, can we get some more energy out for Harry Styles? Okay. He puts on a persona that he's very confident. And it's funny because he's praised about how nice looking he is. This gives me the card of a person who is viewed by other people as good looking, as confident, as self-efficient, as abundant, as wealthy, as, you know, just someone like, you know, that it guy. But it's weird because even though he's considered like an it guy, deep down inside, he doesn't feel like that. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It gives me like the Marilyn Monroe and Dorothy Dandridge effect. You know, we all know that Marilyn Monroe and Dorothy Dandridge were some of the most beautiful, beautiful women and considered vixens, right? But deep down inside, they had a lot of depression and a lot of traumas and inner wounds that they were battling. And inside, to them, they felt ugly, or they didn't feel like they were wanted or needed. And from the outside world, that's not how people viewed them. So he gives me like the same... He gives me the same energy. I don't like that. He needs therapy. Spirit is saying he needs therapy. He needs to speak to somebody once a week to kind of help him sort out his thoughts and how he's feeling. Spirit, can I get more cards on energy for Harry Styles? Okay. Prediction number 1 for Harry Styles is he may be offered some type of opportunity, and it's going to be a good opportunity. When it's offered to him, he's going to feel like it's very premature. Like he's going to feel like, I don't want to say beneath him, but he may feel like, well, I feel like whatever you're coming to me with is kind of like mediocre, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. But Spirit is calling him to do it. Spirit said that he'll be a really good asset to it. He just has to open up his eyes and open up his creative flow to really see the vision of what this opportunity is going to give him. Spirit, can I... He's looking for stability in his life. He has a lot of nostalgia. There's certain things that he thinks about from when growing up, or things that he remembers that make him smile inside. And Spirit is saying that is the type of stability that he's looking for. And Spirit is saying that he's actually walking into like a new beginning of stability. Like his mind is there. He knows that he's going through a lot. He knows that he feels the depression. He knows that he goes through like his bouts of depression. And he knows that his environment plays a big role in it. And it seems like there's like a lot of quick, fast, and hurry in his pace a lot of the times. And Spirit is saying that he thinks about a life of new stability, a life of nostalgia of childhood, like, you know, of growing up where everything was just so easygoing and so laid back and so peaceful. And it's funny because, again, the Wheel of Fortune card is at the bottom. So I feel like if he changes his environment to a more peaceful environment, like move from where he's at, like say if he lives near the city or something, he needs to move more into like nature, a quieter area, and kind of build his legacy on there. You know, it'll change his energy to more abundant energy because his mind will be able to be quieter, and it'll help him to be able to sort out his thoughts more, and it'll help with his depression. I'm not saying it'll cure it, but it'll help to remedy it. Spirit, can I get some more energy? Yes. I call this my DICK card. But yeah, he likes to slang that thing a lot. He likes to slang it. He needs to just keep it in his pants, though. He does. However, he is a very creative person, and he is a very action-oriented person. See, he's a visionary, is what I pick up. He can envision projects and what he wants to do, and then he knows how to creatively make it come to life right in front of his eyes. You know, he would be a really good director, like directors of like art, entertainment, media. Like he could direct or co-direct with someone, because maybe directing may not be his forte, because obviously he may not have the experience necessarily. I'm not sure who Harry Styles is, but He would be a good co-director because he's a visionary. Yeah. Spirit is saying he crosses boundaries. Boundaries that most people would be afraid to cross. And that makes him such a visionary, and it makes him so creative. Spirit also says that he's a very in tune person. He's very tapped in. So he picks up a lot of like spiritual messages that, you know, most human beings are unable to pick up on. But he doesn't follow through with it. It's kind of like, it's like things pop up in his head, but it doesn't register right away or immediately. It doesn't register. Like, he doesn't know how to act upon it or how to take it. And I don't know too if the depression, because like he's suffering from depression, if sometimes he might think that he's going crazy because of the thoughts or like the messages that he may get. Like, it's almost like he's clairaudient. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's look at his finances. His energy gets, like, I don't know, like, it's sad a little bit. Like, I don't know. Like, let me move these cards. Spirit, Harry Styles, finances. Show me his finances. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I figured that. And what is this? Treasure. Can we get one more, please, for him? Okay. Okay. So when it comes to his money, his finances, he is another person who falls under the category of his resources is yo-yos. It goes ups and it goes down, right? And I also think what affects his money going up or down is his bouts of depression. Like, depending on the season and when he's having his bouts of depression, his creativity goes lower. So then he's not as involved in certain projects, so his money decreases. But then when he kind of gets over that hump or that slump that he's in, it's like his visions and everything, because he's a visionary, it picks up. And then he's able to start creating again and then making money. So Spirit is saying that he's good with manifesting money. He's good with saving money. And he's good when it comes to financial commitment. It's just a matter of him needing to work on his mental health, because his mental health is what holds him back a lot of the times. And Spirit is saying that he's going to experience a lot of sudden changes with his money. But it's all dependent upon him getting the help that he needs. So he's somebody who, again, I feel like counseling would do so well for him. Like, he needs to go to counseling. He needs to kind of schedule in self-care days for himself where he can just sit down and quiet his mind, relax, and take care of himself the way he needs to. It gives me a person who's very action oriented and very fast paced at times, and doesn't give themselves enough grace and doesn't fully take care of themselves the way they should when it should happen. So I definitely pick up though that his finances go up and down, and let me tell you, when it goes down, it makes the depression worse. Okay. Spirit, can we get some health and wellness messages for Harry Styles? Health and wellness messages for Harry Styles, Spirit. Health and wellness for Harry Styles. He needs to pay attention to his dental health, because there's something that's hereditary in his family when it comes to like his teeth and gums. And he doesn't want to inherit that or end up with that situation. That support card came in. Yeah. There's people in his circle. He needs help and support when it comes to his mental health. He's going through a lot mentally. Things weigh on his mind heavy. He has a lot of pain. Harry Styles, prediction number 2. You need to start stretching more and walking and taking your diet and health serious, because if not, I feel like arthritis. Like bad. What's all this? Yeah, you see, look. Back and pain. There's something about arthritis in his body. Yeah. Research. He needs to start researching like the pains that he's feeling and the areas that he's feeling it, and start researching better like about like diets and things geared towards whatever health issues he has going on. Something about he needs to eat better. What is with these celebrities? It's like they don't like to eat good. I guess they're so busy and always so like on projects and stuff, like they just don't have enough time to really think about what they're putting in their bodies. I can't make this up. Didn't I tell you? Mental health. And then it says second opinion. Guys, he needs to go see a counselor. He needs a therapist. And I don't know what doctor that he's going to, but he might need a new doctor, because he might be going to the doctor and telling them certain things. And like, you know, like the average doctor, obviously, you know, a medical doctor is not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but most medical doctors, when you're going in there and you're complaining about certain things and you start using certain terms and certain words, they might pick up and they might say, hey, have you ever tried a depression screening or whatever? So I think like maybe he needs to change his doctor, and maybe this new doctor that he ends up getting might be the one to say, hey, let's do a depression screening, or let's do this, or let's do that, you know. And then he might come to the conclusion that he needs to get some type of mental health counseling. But he definitely has some type of mental health issues going on. I'm not saying the man is bad, you know, bad honey iced tea crazy, but he has a lot going on, and it's clouding up his judgment. It's creating anxiety, and it's creating like, I don't know, I pick up manic depression. Allegedly. I don't need to get sued. Let's get some T cards before we close out. T cards. Didn't I tell you? The Lost card. Skirt. With the Lost and the Skirt card, Spirit is saying to him that he's so far gone with his mental health. I'm telling you that depression is taking over. And Spirit is saying it's time for him to slow down. He needs to hit Alt, Control, Delete, and restart all over. He needs a vacation. He needs to start practicing self-care. He needs to talk to a therapist and reset his mind. Turnt. The Turnt card can talk about somebody who parties a lot, who's into, look at this, I can't make this up, sex, drugs, and alcohol. Didn't I tell you I picked that up, that he is codependent on substances when his depression gets out of line? And then with the brick wall, yes, it's like insanity for him. And you know what they say about insanity? It's like you doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, but it's not a different result. It's always the same result. And that is what's happening with his depression. Repo. Goodness. Oh, goodness. Laughter. Fuego. And numbing. So prediction, I believe this is prediction number 2 or prediction number 3. If he continues on with the depression and the codependence on substances, he could potentially lose his home or his vehicle. Like his finances could take a plummet, and then he can lose something. So keep that in mind. Also, prediction number 2, if he's not already like met this person, he's going to get into a real spicy, intense relationship. And, you know, it might become like public knowledge of this relationship. So that's the next prediction. Anything else, Spirit? Extra. Yep. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. When that depression kicks in, he is so different. And then when he gets through that slump, he turns into a whole nother person. Very manic depressed. So, and you know, like with the Joker card on here, we know the Joker. Like when the Joker gets into his moods, he gets like real manic. So, and he's giving very much like Joker energy. For real. Let me close out this reading now. Any messages from Spirit for him before we close this out? What is Harry Styles' messages from Spirit? Harry Styles, you need to have more boundaries. You need to have more structure. And you need to really set up a schedule and time management for yourself. It's like everything needs to be more structured with you to kind of help your mind, body, and spirit align. Pay attention to what blessings are around you and the real people who are here to help you is what Spirit is saying. You need to be a little, it's like you're good with money, but you need to still have even better boundaries with your money. Like be a little bit more tighter, and be more tighter with being able to say no to people when they're coming to you asking for handouts. And there are certain cycles in your life that you need to close out that is just not benefiting you. So if you have certain businesses, or you're tied to certain things that you're supposed to be investments and they're not making money, you're being urged to get rid of it now. And then lastly, Spirit is saying it's time to stop regretting the past, and it's time to get some emotional balance. You're being called to find yourself a therapist, and you're also being called to find yourself another doctor. Something is going on mentally, and it's weighing on you, and it's making you replay the past over and over again in your head, and it's very unhealthy. So if anyone knows Harry Styles, those are messages that need to go out to him. It's so important, okay? So guys, please pray for Harry Styles, because he's going through a lot behind the scenes, and I don't think people really understand just how detrimental it is to his mental health. Again, I'm Natiluv Tarot. Thank you for watching my energy read on my channel on Harry Styles. And again, my information is in the description box below, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye bye, guys.